Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your fucking cloud. It be raining now, I keep making sound, go another round, bitch I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 It's showtime.
Welcome to Friday Night Lights. I am your host, Mikey, and as always, riding with me, my boy, Tommy. What's going on, brother?
What is going on, Mr. Mikey? The schedule is finally here and released. And you know who dropped that schedule before anyone dropped it, baby?
Fake news. Fake news.
Come on.
Hey, y'all get... Is that what you heard?
Of course. Well, I didn't hear it too bad, but I heard a lot of, no way. Three straight primetime games. That's a joke. Like, I heard that, but y'all got to give it up to this guy. I had that thing at 2:00. Matter of fact, even WGR mentioned the leaked schedule, and that was all because of your boy, Tommy. Yeah, man. I was confident though, Mikey. Normally, I don't like to do that. I don't like to do rumors or sources, but I had a strong feeling on this.
Was a solid.
My source is pretty legit. So, shout out to my source. You know who you are. And it was spot on, bro. Spot on.
It was.
So anyways, yeah, man. So get to it.
Like it was out there. There was a few people I saw after you dropped it. I went to Twitter, and I don't do Twitter a bunch. Mm-hmm. But after you sent me the text saying I got it, I went to Twitter and I checked, and a few other people had it as well. It was done a little bit different, but so there were leaks out there this year for the first time. Also,
not
the
a
NFL
full leak though.
I
had the full leak.
The NFL couldn't control themselves. They were dropping freaking nuggets like 2-3 days beforehand.
Yeah.
They just they were like a kid at Christmas, just couldn't contain themselves to let people know what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Jason, 1 p.m. games all season long. Those days are done.
I know, wild, right? What a turn of events.
Five 1:00 games. The rest are all considered showcase games. 5
soft
of
desk.
Scott, I love you, brother.
I don't know about that.
Right?
Ain't too soft.
So coming in, I wanted to hit on this real quick. Coming in, I was listening to our intro, which, by the way, is my favorite intro. I think I've told you.
Yeah.
Off air. It's one of my favorites. It just gets me excited. Like, I'll be like, because I do this right after work. Mm-hmm. So I'm always like kind of drained. And then I hear that and it just fires me up.
Yeah. Hey, so that's why I put it together, man. I told you. I've been putting those things together, man.
Yeah. It always gets me excited when I hear that intro. But it made me think the last 2 years, we went into the playoffs round 1 against the Patriots and then the Dolphins. So it's funny to listen to them talk about the AFC East like this is the first year it's been rough. Like the last 2 years, the AFC East has been getting better and better. So it's not new. We've our first round opponent the last 2 years has been an AFC East opponent.
Yeah, no doubt. And then of course it was the Patriots who we had to finally take over the AFC East.
Put that nail in that coffin.
Yeah, like jump over them, which was something that we've been trying to do for 20-something seasons, right? So every AFC East team now. So now it's the other AFC East teams are now what the Patriots were. So
this is a great one, Tommy. So y'all need to show a video of a Bills receiver catching the ball and then get the Ric Flair woo after each time it's caught. Listen, we brought in some new receivers. There's only 3 of returning from last year. Diggs, Shakir, and Davis are the only 3 wide receivers returning from last year. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yep.
Well, you know what, Scott? The Jets media darling reminds me so much of the Broncos media darling last year. Remember, since Russell got there, they were crowned Super Bowl champs right away. With that defense, bringing in that quarterback, that's all they were missing was a quarterback. I've heard it before.
Yeah. Well, listen, you know how listen, first of all, New York media is rough. So they could be they're going to it's all good now until things go bad. Yep. And boy, they turn quick, boy, and they are ruthless. So I hope Rodgers is ready for that because it ain't going to be all easy.
Yeah, it's one of those things, you know, listen, I love the fact that the Bills aren't talked about as the Super Bowl favorites. They're past their window. Their window's closed according to everyone. Acho just put out his top 5, and the Bills weren't even in it. They had the Dolphins number 2 and the Jets number 5.
Colin surprisingly didn't even have the Dolphins in his top 10. He had us. I think we were 5. Yeah. Which was reasonable. I could dig that. But no, I mean, he didn't even have the Dolphins in it. But it is what it is. Who cares? All that is nonsense. Yeah. It means nothing. Let's see what happens when the season starts. I keep telling everybody that.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good year. I'll tell you, our schedule is rough. I like how we start though. I like getting the Jets opening week.
Yeah, we had them. Didn't we have them opening week? When was that? I thought we did that
2 years ago. 3 years ago, right? 3 years ago. 3 years ago, because it went Jets in 20 and 21. It was Pittsburgh and 22 was the Rams.
You're right. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. Because we lost to Pittsburgh in 21. I was so pissed off about that game.
Yeah.
And 20, it was 2020, right? I'm thinking then.
Yeah, 2020 we have the Jets.
Okay. And it was at New York as well, right? I'm pretty sure we played, and then we came back to Buffalo.
It was at New Jersey, not New York.
New Jersey. Sorry, yeah,
at New Jersey.
You're
Get that right.
Wait, matter of fact, didn't we play the Giants right after that?
Yes, we played back to back.
Right.
Because we played back to back in that stadium.
That. Yes,
we were at New Jersey again.
Yes, that was so fun. I was like, wow, okay, cool. It's not a long travel.
Yeah, Eric, I'm with you, brother. This is great. Everyone's off the bandwagon. The Bills aren't the shiny new toy. I love it. Listen, the networks still love us, as we said when we opened this. Only 5 1 p.m. games. Everything else is in what they call a showcase game. It's either a primetime game or it's a 425 showcase game. You know,
which we're gonna get to in a second.
Yeah.
By the way, I do want to. So all the schedule releases came out, Mikey.
Yes.
A lot of good ones. I got to give. So the Chargers kind of did what they did last year. By the way, they did the same theme. Funny as hell. They had the
cartoon. They have like a cartoon artist. Yeah, the anime.
It was like anime. And then they had Mike. What's the coach's name over at Miami?
Mike McDaniel.
Mike McDaniel. They had him with vaping.
Yeah.
They had the Chiefs. They had the Chiefs mascot guy, the guy that was going to all the games, who was robbing banks. They had him running from the police. I thought that was pretty funny. They took a shot at us for the Super Bowls. Sure you saw that. Or Diggs is also pretty upset there. So, and the one that everyone's talking about, which we're going to play now. So if y'all haven't seen it, I'm going to play it for y'all here. It's funny as hell. So I'm going to go ahead and play it now, and we'll just sit back and have a laugh.
What the is that? St. Louis Rams.
Oh.
Lightning McQueen.
No.
Lightning McQueen.
Oh, that's just the football logo.
The football logo.
The Boston Bobcats. No idea.
Cowboys,
Yes,
yeah. Baltimore Orioles.
The Orioles.
This one is the Red Stallions.
How is a bird a stallion?
No.
I have no idea.
Pirates from the islands of the Caribbean.
Chester Cheeto.
Tigers, North Carolina Tigers.
The North Carolina Tigers. Yeah.
Texas. That's the Cowboys. That's the Cowboys. Texas. Got that.
Atlanta.
That's it.
Florida.
Florida Dolphins.
Florida Dolphins.
Atlanta, Florida.
Texans.
The Texans.
Eagles. Pittsburgh.
Who's that? Bulls? Who? Patriots? That's the Patriots logo. That it actually does not exist.
That is Nashville, Tennessee.
Tennessee Titans.
Titans.
Tennessee Titans.
Oh my God, man. That shit was so funny, bro. It goes to show you what people like, how like, people that do not watch football, they do not, unless they live in that state. You saw everyone got the Titans name right. But other than that, if you don't live there, you don't watch football, it goes to show you, boy, they are lost. Oh my God, it's so funny, Mikey.
Yeah. I'll be interested to see how that was just painful. Tricks. That was just painful to watch. Yeah. I don't see how a bird is a stallion.
I don't see how a patriot is a, what do they say?
Caribbean Patriots.
No, it was like something else. Like, they're so off. Atlanta, Florida Dolphins. I mean, it's like, dude,
the 49ers, 69 stars.
Oh, good
Yeah.
Lord.
I'm with you,
that was
Trigg.
funny, man.
And I've seen it on almost every show this week. Everyone's laughing about it because that's just. But you know what? As a social media team for the Titans, they hit a home run. Everyone's talking about it.
Well done. Yeah, done. Well done. Ours, once again.
Wow, I didn't understand it. I thought it was a commercial. I didn't even realize it was a video drop.
Okay, so here it is. So the last one that everyone hated last year, I didn't think was that bad. I thought it was funny.
I don't remember.
Once again, yeah, it was funny. It was like it was so weird that it was funny. Remember, it was like it was everybody coming in a room and like, I think Isaiah McKenzie was like a painter or something. It was like really weird. Remember?
Okay.
And anyway, it was just odd. It was a really weird, and this one was the same thing. But it wasn't terrible. I don't know. It wasn't terrible, but definitely not one of the better schedule releases. But it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. I saw this, Jason. Not only that, but Tom Brady's in talks to become a minority owner of the Raiders.
Yeah, I heard about that. Yep. Why not? He has the money. I mean,
yeah.
It's ownership. It's not like.
And we know Mark Davis can use a partner that has money.
Oh, yeah, and not only that, he's going to make how much every time you buy an NFL team, the price any sport team.
Well,
price goes up.
Washington just sold to
billions.
The
right?
Harris Group. It was like $6 billion.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, even if you're a sorry team, you make money. Like the Pistons owner. Pistons have been terrible. And he bought it for like nothing. And he's like already like made billions. Like what the hell, man? Like it's wild, bro. Sports is wild, man.
It is. By the way, my Kings, my Sacramento Kings actually broke the playoff drought this year. It was the longest in sport.
Now you're not in it though, right?
No, we lost in 7 to the Warriors.
Yeah,
we're young. We're a young team. We took third in the conference.
You could thank Joey D for that, buddy. I told you, Joey D, man. People be hating on that dude. Oh, man. So let's get the schedule up here. While I'm
yes. It's got awful schedule released by the Bills, amateur hour. Only funny part was Josh Allen delivering papers. That, and what's funny is I didn't even see the video of like posting where he was, like where the teams we were playing, the actual schedule part was. It was weird. Did you see that, Tommy? When Josh was writing his papers, I didn't even realize there was a schedule release. I thought it was some funny video that they put out. They do that every year.
He looks like such a nerd with the helmet. I don't know. I didn't even care for that part. This one was probably their worst one. I'll be honest with you. Wasn't the best. There were some parts that were kind of funny, but I don't
And
know. I don't know
and
what
the
they go for.
crazy part is the Bills' social media team's usually pretty good.
No, they're
But
very good, actually. But
you
I don't
know,
know what
it's
where they're going with that. They try to
well,
be different. That's all.
yeah.
I will say this though. I will say this. Do not, the social media team, do not do another ambulance injury, fake injury this season.
Right?
at OTA.
Was a trade earlier, Vikings and Browns. Well, what's this, Jason?
Oh, Jason N with the breaking news.
I don't know what that is. What was the trade?
Yeah, give it to me, Jason, man. Come on.
Yeah, I did not see that. I did not see that. So, anyways, let's dive into this lovely schedule, Tommy.
Yep.
A 9/11, 20-year. You know,
Yeah.
was it 20 year? Is it 20 year?
It's 2001, right?
Yeah, so it's not 20
9/11/01.
years. Yeah, so it's not 20 years. It's what 20?
No, 22.
22 years.
Uh-huh.
22 years, but it's not. You know, we're going to New Jersey, play Aaron Rodgers. His Jets debut.
Yeah, the one that our boy Curtis is saying why that they're going to dethrone us. He is very confident for the Jets. He thinks that Aaron Rodgers is the key to the Jets.
Did he watch the Jets down the stretch? Because I understand that the offense wasn't good, but that defense was getting smashed down the stretch.
Yeah, they weren't looking too good. I'm confident. If I'm a Jets fan, okay, listen, I'm confident, definitely. Like, you definitely improved your team, but I'm not so confident where I think I'm going to go and spank the Bills and take the AFC East. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're still a very young team with a young head coach. Like, you know, once again, you got some powerhouses in that division. You still got, listen, I think didn't the Patriots beat the Jets twice last year?
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. So. I'm pretty sure they did. And, and the Patriots weren't a very good team. All right, I don't know what's going on, Mikey. What's wrong, Mikey?
All right, so the Minnesota Vikings and the Cleveland Browns agreed to a significant trade on Friday evening that will send three-time Pro Bowl pass rusher Zadarius Smith to the Browns. The compensation has not yet been reported. So the pass rusher Smith is going to the Browns from the Vikings. He played for the Packers 2 years ago. He was the one who signed with Baltimore, I think, and then pulled out last offseason, and then signed with Minnesota.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yes, Jason with the breaking news.
Thank you, Jason.
Yeah.
You got Mikey all confused.
Yeah, I was like, what? There's breaking news? I didn't see that. The Jets will be lucky if they're 2-6 after the first 8 games schedule. Yeah, the Jets have it rough out the gate. And listen, they're not only are they, you know, incorporating Aaron Rodgers, but they're incorporating a brand new system. They're bringing over, you know, the Broncos ex-head coach who did wonders with Wilson.
Much better, by the way.
You know, Nate Hackett.
Right.
You know, they're bringing over Nate. And so they're going to have a brand new system. It takes a while to get going with a brand new system.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, listen, man, like I told you a second ago, if I'm a Jets fan, I'm confident, but I'm a realist. Listen, man, the AFC East is one of the toughest divisions right now. It's starting to be. And even with the Patriots, who are probably the worst of the East, clearly are still a tough team because you didn't beat them last year. I'm pretty sure they're 0-2. You still got the Dolphins, you got the Bills, you got a tough ass schedule. Like, this is not easy. And for a young team with a young head coach with a new quarterback coming into your system, I don't know, man. I mean, I wouldn't be over excited. I would just say one game at a time, see what happens. But I thought the Jets fans got a little bit too excited last year, and it really flopped on them. Late in the season, you know. Like,
oh God,
things went for the worst.
Mike White was the savior. Mike White, right. The Miami Dolphins. Mike White was the savior.
Right. So it's like, once again, it's just, listen, man. That's why all the talk, I brush it off. And I love Curtis, and he's talking, and I get it. You got your new toy in the garage, but
what Aaron Rodgers do you get too?
You know. I don't. Right. Exactly. He is a year older. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
He's with like I said, he's with a new head coach. You know how Aaron Rodgers is with head coaches. He hasn't had the greatest history with them. So how's that going to go down, right? When things don't, because listen, not every game's going to go great. There's going to be some bad games. How will he react? How will the coach react? Will how will the players react to Aaron Rodgers, rolling his eye, getting mad at him? Like, it's it's going to be very, very interesting to see when things go bad. When things are going good, it's going to be, bro, you're going to hear it. You're going to, Jets fans, Giants,
well, not only that, this will be the first time Aaron Rodgers played for a defensive coach.
Right? Who's fiery, by the way. You know what I mean? So there may be things or calls he don't like or things he chooses to do that Aaron Rodgers would get in his way with in Green Bay because he got his way in Green Bay. He may not get his way here with this coach. You know what I mean? So it's going to be very interesting when things don't go his way as well. So, listen, we are still the Kings, Mikey. We won, 3 in a row? East 2021, 2022. So until someone can prove otherwise, knock us out,
Not only that, I don't even think the Jets are going to be number 2. I still think the Dolphins are. Like Vic Fangio is one of the best defensive minds in football, and he came out of retirement and took over. That's being underplayed to this point.
No, it is, but you got that huge question mark with the quarterback situation.
Yeah, if he can stay healthy, if he can stay healthy, and Mike White's an upgrade over what they had, but not a huge.
No, he is. He's tough. Yeah, and he's a tough kid. Yeah, he's younger. Yeah, I get it, but I agree with you. And if Tua can stay healthy, at least for 75%
of the games,
right?
They are probably our biggest challenge.
They are going to be our toughest challenge.
We've seen what they can do last year when they're firing on all cylinders. I have yet to see one snap of what this new look Jets team is.
Yeah, well, we're going to find out week 1.
Yes, we will. Week 1.
So let's break down the schedule. So go ahead, Mikey. Go ahead with week 1. Go. Water, baby. All right.
Water. Gatorade's better. H2O.
Yeah.
That's what we need, really. We need Bobby Boucher to come play middle linebacker for us. That's what we need. Week 2, 1 o'clock kickoff against
Raiders.
Vegas.
Raiders.
Yeah.
The Raiders.
Which I'll be interested to see what this Raider team looks like. It's going to be a new look, They
got Garoppolo now, right?
Yep, they got Jimmy G.
So I'm sure you saw, by the way, the Chargers did get them, or did you miss that?
No, I didn't watch the Chargers one.
You didn't? Okay, so real quick, while we're on the Raiders and all, so on their part, when they play them, it was a Las Vegas pool machine, and it said Garoppolo on the, on now. Now that's not the funny part. The funny part is later they got the ticket and it said minus like whatever his contract was. Like they lost $75 million. You get what I mean? Like basically saying Garoppolo is going to be a flop in Las Vegas. Like you lost your money. Pretty funny, man. Pretty funny.
I mean, you don't want him throwing the ball in the biggest game. That's all. That's all you know.
Look,
he'll have a wide open receiver and miss him.
Yeah,
just ask Emmanuel Sanders.
He's okay. He's a little bit better. Like he's in the mid range quarterbacks. You know what I mean?
He's an elite backup. He's an elite backup, mid range starter,
or a starter if you only want him for a couple seasons while you're preparing for like a rebuild.
You're bridge guy.
Yeah, like I said, like Alex Smith or the guy for the Lions right now. Golf, you know what I mean? Like, okay, we're rebuilding, but we don't want to suck too bad. Let's get a quality guy in here till we, draft the guy we want. To be honest with you, Mikey, that is the way to do it. I'm all for that. That's one thing Buffalo never did. We never got like a quality guy. We always had shit guys, and
we had
draft.
Our quality guy was Fitzmagic.
That I guess Tyrod maybe
Tyrod. Tyrod got us to the playoffs.
Right. So I give Tyrod a little bit more notch than Fitz maybe.
But he was already gone when we drafted our young guy.
I know.
So we didn't have that.
We didn't really. Guy. Right. We just. That's what I'm saying. Like
it was Nate.
I wish we did. Yeah. Yep. So anyways, go ahead.
Pierre comes in and says, is the schedule release video quality due to a budget issue? I don't think so. I think it's just they were trying to go funny and it fell flat.
Yeah,
hey, we signed
Pierre.
AJ McCarron.
Yeah, I know. Terrible.
The XFL's AJ McCarron.
By the way, he's mentioned the Browns video. Yeah, that I'll give the Browns credit too. They had like a wrestling type video schedule release. It was like cartoon. Okay. So each guy came to the ring that was like the opponent, which was the team. And it was I'll give him credit. Pretty funny. Pretty funny stuff. Like the guys that were each guy. Like, so yeah. Definitely give him credit. You know what it is with ours? Whoever was talking about that earlier about our video. Yeah, Pierre. I just think the Bills media team, they're really good, but I think they're trying to get like very weird with it. Like they're just trying to get so different.
They were going for funny and they just fell flat.
Yeah. Well, I don't see. I thought it was okay. Like I thought it was kind of funny. Like, but I like weird sense of. I'm a weird sense of humor kind of guy. But compared to everyone else's schedule release, it didn't really. Yeah, I guess you could say it fell flat. Ooh. You know what I mean? Compared to everyone else.
I like that, Triggs. I like that.
Why not? Why not?
We will as after probably after the end of mini camps, we'll do a too early prediction.
Oh yeah. By the way, real quick, Mookie, because we were talking about I was tweeting out about, or somebody asked me about Von Miller or something like that. I forget what it was, the comment, but said something, week one. I said, nah, and I tweeted back, and it wasn't Mookie Hawkins. It was somebody else. I tweeted back, we probably won't see him till week 5. You know what I mean? Like, probably around there. And Mookie came in out of nowhere. It was like, he ain't coming back to week 8, week 9, which is surprising to hear. But I told Mookie, hey, man, listen, you may be right because, listen, Trey White took a while. And I told him the only thing that's different to me with Von is it was a partial tear. It wasn't really
a full tear.
A full tear like Trey had. And also it does seem like his recovery has been rather quickly. He's gone through it before. Trey never went through it before. So the mental side is a little bit better for Von as well, compared to Trey, who suffered it for the first time. So I would say, to be like optimistic, I would say week 5 his return. I really want to say week 1. I want to get caught up like everyone did last year with Trey, because you're going to see Von Miller working out. You're going to see him running. You're going to see him doing some crazy weights and throwing tires around, but don't get too excited. Like, don't get caught up in the emotion is what I'm trying to say, guys. Like, we'll know week 1. You know what I mean? They're going to tell you he's on the PUP list or whatever, but I would just prepare for him to be on the PUP list, be out for the first 4 weeks.
I would guess if he goes on the PUP, it's 6, by the way.
That could. Oh, I'm sorry, PUP. You're right. 6.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah,
so
I can see
he
him
could
being
come
gone
back
for
after
6.
the bye week, which is the bye week? Week 13. No, I apologize. Last year was week 7. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So because last year I was saying Trey would come back after the bye week, and I was kind of right. He came back 2 games after, I believe.
So he would come back after the Giants game. The first game he could go against is New England.
So yeah, so I could see that. But if they don't put him on a list, then what we were saying last year with Trey, then maybe
I think
week 4
I think it's gonna be week 9,
week 5.
If I have to guess, I think it's gonna be week 9.
Right after,
right after the Thursday night Tampa Bay game.
Then
he has a week and a half to go into the Cincinnati game.
That makes sense. I just don't. My point is, I don't see him back being early. I just don't. I can't see him being back. Maybe, but I don't know, man. And he's getting a little older. Injuries do take a little bit more when you age. Take a longer to heal. So I don't know. We'll see, man. I mean, he's a different human being, man. So.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I don't mind him missing, the first part of the season. I want him for the tail end. That's where I want him for.
Who do you think's the fill-in for him, though? By the way, because
well, it depends. It depends on it depends on if we sign somebody or not. Because they said they were.
No, let's say we don't. I'm talking about right now. Season starts today.
I think it's probably
AJ.
It's either going to be AJ or Shaq. Because AJ started the first game after, and then Shaq started the rest of them.
That's what worries me.
That's why don't be surprised if you see another one. Like,
no, I agree.
Shane Ray, remember Shane Ray, the former first-round pick? He had a tryout this week. He's having a tryout this weekend.
Yeah, I heard.
As a pass rusher. There's some big name pass rushers that are in that older tier that might come
Yeah,
in.
there's still the
fine.
one guy that you like. The
There's about a handful.
no,
of
but
guys
I
that
can't
like.
pronounce his name. I wish I could pronounce his name. Ngakwe,
Yeah,
Yannick.
Yannick.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I think
Yannick.
he's still out there. He'd be
He is.
interesting.
The guy that I really want is Melvin Ingram. The guy just
Dude,
he's such
Frank
a good
Clark,
rotational.
Triggs, yeah.
I'm not a big Frank Clark guy. I thought he was I think he's a little bit overrated.
What about Houston? A little bit too old?
Melvin Ingram, Justin Houston, Fitz. I would love to have Yannick, don't get me wrong. I just think he's still going to get more money. I think he's going to wait until training camp, find out someone gets hurt, and then gets paid a little bit more than we want to pay.
Ingram would be the guy.
Ingram is my ideal fit.
Yeah. He still has
Carlos
juice,
Dunlap. Man. Carlos Dunlap kind of falls in that.
Solid player.
It's that 33 through 35-year-old guys that are coming back for one more run at it.
Right. Okay.
You know?
Well, let's see. Let's hope they do that.
Leonard Floyd. Is it Leonard Floyd that's still out there? I think Leonard Floyd's still out there, and he was a partner with in LA with Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a few of them out there still. That
I have a feeling. I have a feeling they will, Mikey.
I have a feeling they will.
Yeah, I just can't see him going with AJ and I love Shaq, but I think Shaq's more of a rotational kind of guy.
Yeah.
Or situational, depending on where
we're at. If it's a run-heavy team, you play Shaq a lot. If it's a pass-heavy team, you play him less because he's a better run defender than he is a pass.
Exactly.
You know.
So hey, we'll see.
Shaq is that solid DN 3-4. That's what Shaq is. You know what he is.
Yeah.
All right, move on to the next game. All right, so we did Vegas. Then week 3 is against Washington, 1:00. Week 4 against Miami, 1:00.
So y'all see what they did there for us this year, right? So a lot of
it wasn't for us, it's for them too.
Not for us, but come on, let's be real. They killed us last year in what they did. So I think this is good for both teams.
Me too.
Miami can't say, hey, they're going to
the cold.
Right, cold snowballs being thrown at us. Like, so now you're coming.
I mean, I guess technically it could still be snowing in week 4. This is Buffalo.
Yeah, but no, it won't be. It won't be. So you got a nice game there at home against Miami, and then a lot to finish it. By the way, you're away in late December, right? And you're in freaking Miami, which will probably be high 70s, maybe mid 8. It won't be 125 degrees. So I think the NFL at least did us right there. You know what I mean? Because
I think this is fantastic for both teams. I'd like to see us do this all the time because I love the fact that week 18 is going to be us going to a Sunshine State in the middle of Buffalo winter.
Sure, right. It helps us anyway. Who knows? We can even play. Because another snowstorm by then,
right?
So we'd have to go anyways.
Yep. So I do like this, but it's a 1:00 game, which kind of surprised me. It's a 1:00 game.
I know
the first one.
Yes,
against Miami.
Well, Washington's a 1. Washington Raiders. We have 3 in a row.
So we go kick off Monday night, then we go 3 straight 1:00 games, and those are 3 of the 5. After that, we only have 2 more 1:00 games, and the rest are all in the primetime windows.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm surprised the Miami game's at 1 though. I'm surprised on that one, but that's all good.
Then week 5, we pack up and fly to London. Which
that's right.
is a home game for us. Yet the Jacksonville Jaguars are already going to be there because they're going to play the week before there too. So how does that? We're the traveling team, yet we're the home team.
So by the way, real quick on the title, I text Mikey earlier. I'm like, do you understand what the title means of tonight's video? Let's have a chinwag. So I almost guarantee nobody in this chat understands what that means, and they'll probably think I misspelt something. So that is let's have a talk. That's what people in London say.
It's a friendly chat. It's a friendly chat.
Yeah, it's a friendly chat. So
it's British slang.
Right, British slang. So I thought it would be kind of funny to throw that in there. Anyways, go ahead, Mikey. So
Tommy's like, did you get the title? I'm like, no. What does that mean? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Chinwag, did you make a mistake?
Yeah.
What
joke did I miss?
By the way, though, I do got to ask you real quick. So kind of odd. Jacksonville's there for 2 straight weeks. You know that, right?
Yeah.
So is that an advantage for them? Just curious
Yes.
because they get to sleep and shit. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
and that's what I was saying. How are we the home team and we're the one traveling in? That's bullshit.
I don't know. I have no idea. Like, what? How? But it's so weird. Why would the NFL do that? Like, it just makes zero sense. They
the
love
NFL
Jacksonville
makes
and
zero
London there.
sense.
Yeah, I know, man. I don't.
Yeah. So,
Anyways, yeah. So
okay.
they got that advantage, I guess, of the sleep.
Well, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out. And then we come back week 6. This is
Jersey.
a Sunday night game, right? Sunday night against the New York Giants, and really it's the New Jersey Giants.
Dable versus Dorsey.
Dable versus Dorsey. Shane versus Bean.
Yeah.
You know, Buffalo South versus Buffalo. You know, it's like they're building their team the same way Buffalo built their team. Shane took what Brandon Bean did and started to do the same thing. So it's interested to see how this plays out.
Yeah.
I like that we come back from. I love that we come back from London right into the Giants game. We'll be interested to see. We'll be interested to see the pregame stuff between Josh and Dable because they were so close.
I'll tell the only thing, like looking at the schedule, that kind of screwed us in a way. So one, I get it. Every team has to go overseas now, right? So we were due.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at our schedule, Mikey,
mm-hmm.
the home games, we only got technically one back-to-back.
Yeah. Yeah.
We would. So on the schedule, it looks like we have 3. But come on, let's erase the London game there. It's not a home game.
Yeah.
We only got.
Well, no, we have 2. We have 2 because we have week 5 and 6, and then we have week 10 and 11.
Denver and the Denver versus the Jets, right? Right? At home, we're 11-13, 11-19. We play Denver, and then we play the Jets at home. Look, red, right? Red are the home games. Correct?
No, the red are away.
No, red is home. Look top right. Red home. Blue away.
Oh, I was looking at the ats. Sorry.
Oh, my God, Mikey. I'm looking right at what
week
you
10 and week 11. Week 5, week 6.
No, man. Look, okay. Miami, right? We're at home against Miami, correct? Then we go to London for Jacksonville, which is considered a home game. It's not really a home game. Okay. Then we come back. We play on the home against the Giants, and we don't have another home and home until the Denver and the Jets. So we don't only have one back-to-back home.
Okay.
Denver, the Jets. So the NFL kind of screwed us there. Is my point. We don't have any back-to-back home games.
Yeah. Well, we knew that going into this, that they were going to screw us with.
Yeah, but I didn't know they would. I didn't know they would do it like that. That's crazy. Because I mean, look at all the Blues, Mikey. There, especially at the end. That's a lot of Blues there. You got Philly, KC, Chargers, Miami. I mean, that's a lot, dude. You know?
But none of them are back-to-back aways either.
No, that's fine. Yeah, I agree with that. No,
they have it like even. They have like even for us.
Yeah, they try their best. I mean, it's that London thing that kind of is what.
We lose a home game.
We lose a home game 1, which we did. By the way, we lost a damn home game last year.
Yep.
We're gonna play in Detroit. Like, we lost that game already. They're gonna make us lose another one. Come on, man. But it's the way it is, man. The way it is. Yeah. Cheers, Chewy, man. Hey, glad to see you, brother. Yep. Glad to see you, brother.
Okay, so after we come back and we play Sunday night against the Giants, we turn around and play the Jets in New England at week 7. Sorry. The way they set this up is weird. We play New England week 7. Mm-hmm. So we get, in the first 7 weeks, we play all of our division once. That's way different than we did last year. Remember, most of our division games were
late.
Yeah, we're late
in the season. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We played Miami early, and that was it. And then through the first 10 weeks, and then it was like we were jam-packed to the back end with division games.
Yep.
1:00 game against New England. Then we turn around and we play a Thursday night game against Tampa Bay.
Okay, that is odd to me. And I'm gonna throw this one out here. I love the primetime games here. I think we got 6 this year. But the problem is, why would you not make like Tampa Bay really? Like, why would you put that as a prime time and not the Cincy game or the Miami game or the Philly game or the KC game? Like, why Tampa? I don't Can you
Probably
answer that?
because
Like, what do you think?
Yeah, so every team gets one primetime game, whether it's a Thursday night game.
So they want Tampa playing to right.
So this is probably Tampa Bay's one primetime game.
Right. God.
I mean, I don't know
I
what
haven't
Tampa.
looked at their schedule. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I haven't looked at the schedule, so I don't know. But maybe they want the Josh and Baker. Baker went number 1 in that draft class versus Josh Allen, who went number 3.
Just a doo-doo all over.
I
just to make him feel even worse, even more.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Tampa Bay's got a decent squad. I mean, they still have Evans and Godwin and all those guys.
Roger Goodell's like, what would be great, you guys? If we have Josh Allen go in and play the number 1 quarterback, just light him up, man. Make this kid feel real bad about being that number 1 pick.
Let's go ahead and really erase his ego, because remember after year 1, he had all those freaking NFL commercials.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh man, Jesus.
Yep. So
but anyways,
Scott,
I guess. Whatever.
Scott, we know you're gonna be 20-0, brother. You don't have to tell us after every game what our record is.
Scott going. Now we're 7-0. We're ready.
Yep. So after the Thursday night game, we have a long
rematch
break right into the Sunday night game against Cincinnati. This is where I think Vaughn comes back. I really do. I think it won't be until week 9. If he comes back a little bit earlier, that's fine. But I would prefer us to not bring him back against the Jets. If you want to bring him back against Tampa Bay, fine. To get him some rust knocked off before he goes against there. I want him that long break.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm with it. That's boy, that's a tough one, man.
I also like they put this in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Fair. Too early. I would have felt like, it still has some of that DeMar Hamlin thing, but now you're, going into week 9. DeMar's already played a little bit,
everybody's played a little bit.
Yeah.
And you know where your both teams stand by that point in a way.
Exactly.
Like you kind of know where you're. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
It's not the end of the year, and it's not not the beginning of the year. They put it right dab in the middle. I love that.
And not only, and I'll tell you what too, with Cincinnati. Cincinnati's a weird team. They always start off slow, bad. They look bad every year. Is it me? Right? They like Burrow looks bad, throws intercept, and then by like midseason, right around here, is where the Bengals start to really turn it on. So it's going to be their best. Like that's how Cincy's been playing, guys. Yeah. First, our best.
And the sad part is this is the time that we usually have our
beat up
roller coaster
truck. You're right. So we start off good usually.
Yeah, and then we have
we're like 4-1. Yeah.
We're usually 5-1, 6-1, and then come back from our bye and we start a roller coaster.
Right, but then we start to swinging around the last 5 of the 6 games.
Yeah, get hot going into the playoffs.
But hey, the good news is we don't have a bye till week 13. So if we're gonna start off slow after the bye, that could be
scary too. That could be scary.
You're right. Because look, KC down. Oh yikes, got some tough games right at the bye.
Yep,
they better wake up this season. All right, go ahead, Mike.
All right. So after the Cincy game, we then play Monday night. So we go from Sunday night to Monday night against Denver, which was odd that we get Denver on a Monday night.
Once again, that's what I'm saying. Like, why? You know why?
I mean, Sean Payton will help, but man, didn't we learn our lessons from last year with Denver?
I know, but I think
they really think Sean Payton has the magic potion that's going to turn Russ back into a really good quarterback. Do they think Nate Hackett was that bad?
I think they're just so curious what he can do.
I love you, Scott.
With Russell, you know what I mean? That's the only thing I can think of. That's the
only
thing I can think of.
If they really think that Nate Hackett was that bad, but they doubled down with Nate Hackett and put the Jets on all over primetime this year, and he's running their offense.
Yeah.
So. All right. So after Denver, we go week 11 against the Jets. A 4:25 game, so it'll be the game of the week, which I'll be excited because this one will be at home. We'll have a better understanding of what the Jets are too come week 11.
Yeah.
Week 12, another game of the week. This starts our run of game of the weeks. We go against Philly. in Philly. That's gonna be a rough game, brother.
Super Bowl team right there. Tough team.
Yep.
A team that's still getting better. They had a good draft.
Wilson's new Uncle Rico.
Wow, look what they did to us. Did you notice that? I don't know why I didn't notice that before, but they put us against both Super Bowl teams back to back. I know we got a bye week there, but we play Chiefs right after the bye.
Yeah.
So it's like, here's the 2 Super Bowl teams.
Yeah, I mean, really, that
Oh,
the
golly.
Cincinnati, week 9 starts a really tough schedule, rough part of our schedule. We have Cincinnati, Denver, Jets, Philly, bye week,
No,
KC.
it gets rough there. Denver, I wouldn't really. We're at home. The Jets were at home. I still think I'm not.
I'm just saying that this is.
No, I get what you're saying. You are right though. This back end of the schedule where we're about to go through, that is
it's gonna be show us your medal as you get prepared for the playoffs.
That is that's and not only that, I will say another reason too when we keep going through this, teams like New England, possibly Miami, are going to be really trying to fight to get in the playoffs probably at that point, and they're going to be playing their best football against. Like they're going to be trying to knock us off, right? You know what I mean? Like
Chargers, I think the last 3 games.
You're right. Same with the Chargers. Yeah. So these 3 teams here are going to be probably doing everything they can to get a playoff spot, and they're going to bring their best. Is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I agree with you. That's a brutal. That's tough at the end there. Yeah, brutal.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
So then after the bye week, we go to Kansas City. It's another 4:25 game of the week. Then we come home versus Dallas, another game of the week, 4:25. This will be our 1, 2, 3, 4 straight game of the week, 4:25 game. Yep. Our 7th straight primetime game, because we'll go Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, game of the week, game of the week, game of the week, game of the week. And then we turn that right into week 16 on Peacock on Saturday. It's the Saturday night game against
we got
the
the Peacock. We're on Peacock, baby.
Right? We get the Saturday night game against the Chargers.
I think they want to see Alan Herbert, which is cool. That's a good. That's an interesting.
I like that one. I like that one a lot, actually. Yeah. And we're going out west into a nicer climate later in the year again.
Yeah. I'm totally good with that.
Yep.
I'm totally fine with that.
And then we come home for our final 1:00 game against New England. Well, I shouldn't say that because week 18 is to be determined. It could be a 1:00 game depending on what Miami does.
Wow, you know what I just noticed in the schedule, Mikey? I wonder if I'm not saying the NFL did this on purpose. However, in Buffalo, like when it snows, the worst, like when it gets really, really bad weather, it's normally in that late December, right?
Yep.
If you notice, they got us on the road towards the end of the season there a lot. Probably saying, hey, it's probably really, really bad. We don't want to have to move you.
3 of our final 5.
I'm just throwing it out. I'm not saying they did it on purpose, but it's kind of weird that they did that because they're not.
4 of our final 6 at Philly, at KC, home versus Dallas, at the Chargers, home versus New England, at the Dolphins.
I mean, it might snow on that 12-31 game against New England. That honestly,
but those are 2 teams that are built for the snow. They both.
No, I know exactly, but I'm talking about like a snowstorm, something the NFL would have to worry about. You know what I mean? Like. We're snowing so bad, like it don't really snow that bad. So like January, you know what I mean? Sometimes December, but now we did have Thanksgiving where I had the snowstorm, so it could happen. But
we win the bye too. Scott Blakely has us 13.5 and 0 after the KC game because we're going to win the bye.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. So then it's Dallas, LA, Chargers, New England, Miami, and the TBD for Miami will be interesting to see what time that game is.
They could flex depending on the situation.
Yep.
I mean, who knows, man?
I mean honestly, we have a rough schedule, but it's laid out pretty good for us, really.
It is. I think the end. I'll tell you what the good thing is. A couple good things for us. I don't mind being on the road there a little bit towards the end there because of the environment, and I keep telling you guys. And I like I like that we added Osiris and all that, but we're still not there yet with our offensive line. And I kind of think we play a little bit better on the road, especially like in a dome or a better environment. So right here, these away games, we're fine. We beat KC at their home, right? We beat the Chargers and
We
Chargers.
beat
You know what I
Dallas
mean?
at their home.
We can beat Miami. We've done it like the first time they beat us last year. It's the first time in like 7. Like we
should have won that game. That's the one. Like,
right.
It was funny last year, like, because Miami had a chance to beat us in the other 2 games and didn't.
I know.
And those are like we played worse in those 2 games than we did that first one. We just lost.
And then the other thing I want to say is Von Miller will be returning. Let's say even if he returns week 9, like you're predicting, right?
Yep.
Perfect. Now we got our guy, right? We got our key guy back for the remaining tougher part of the schedule, and that's key,
I would like
right?
to see him back at 8. I'd like to see him back at 8.
Sure, I would like to see him week 1, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm saying I'd like to see him come back week 8 to knock the rust off against Tampa Bay, and then be ready for Cincinnati.
Or be ready for that long haul games here. That's going to be a tough stretch, but that's perfect. It's perfect timing. Yep. And I also too, man, you got to remember Trey White. There's a lot of good things coming back this year that I think too. Micah Hyde, like Trey's going to be a lot better than he was. We all saw him last year. Micah Hyde should be good and ready to go.
Has the offseason to actually train.
Jordan Poyer should be good and ready to go. You know, I mean, knock on wood. Everybody stays healthy.
Jordan Phillips had his surgery. He's back. And Oliver's ready to go. We brought in Puna Ford.
Good.
Brought in Puna.
Right.
You know.
So
yeah. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So for as many people can write us off all they want, man. We as Bills Mafia, we know what we got. We know our team. We watch our team. We're diehard fans. We know what each player is about. So I don't care what the media says outside of Buffalo. I'm ready for the season as long as we could stay healthy. Knock on wood. I think we are still the Kings of the East. I think we still have an opportunity to go to Super Bowl. But I will say this though, and I said it last episode. McDermott, this is a big challenge for him, and he better be prepared, and he better have this defense ready to go, because if this defense, Mikey, doesn't perform well under him while Frazier's gone, it's gonna be a lot of talk in the national media and at home and through Bills Mafia that
there should be a lot of talk of one Bills.
No, I'm just saying, like, Frazier leaves. Not only that, with players too, because listen, the players love Frazier, right? They're upset that Frazier left, right? That Frazier's taking a year off. I think he left for good, but I'm just throwing that out there. So McDermott comes in and doesn't perform well, as DC doesn't call, a good game. Players are also going to be like, damn, right? Like losing Frazier kind of messes up there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I just feel there's a lot of pressure on McDermott, and he has to better show out, man.
Just like Puna Ford is about to show out.
Oh, I love Puna Ford, bro.
I want a Puna coming out of Texas. I wanted us to draft him. I love that guy. He just plays so hard all the time.
No, man, that was a great pick. I hope we figure a way to extend him, man. I really do.
I only 27.
1 year thing sucks.
He's only 27.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling Taylor Rapp, Puna Ford, both are going to be part of the. If they buy into what we do and they look decent, they're both going to be guys that we resign.
What is Dallas talking about my man Dorsey about?
Mikey, do you think we become like Air Coryell? No. No, I don't. Would you say Dallas? Would you say Dorsey's on the hot seat this season? If you listen to Brandon Beane, no, I don't. Brandon Beane doesn't seem like they're putting a lot of pressure on Dorsey. They feel that whatever his plan was after last year, like, listen, Tommy's right. We might be a little bit too rough on Dorsey at times. He was a rookie offensive coordinator. We shouldn't have expected him to step off the bus and be, the next hot shot offensive coordinator. Listen, he still had us in the top 5.
Number 2 scoring.
Yeah, he had us. In most of the offensive stats, we were top 5.
Yeah.
He got head coaching interviews this offseason. So the Mafia is more down on Dorsey than the league is on Dorsey.
Mm-hmm.
Like, my issue with Dorsey wasn't even that. It was just there was no scheme at times. Like, we didn't scheme guys to get open, and that bothers me. And according to Stephon Diggs, it was the players, not the coaches.
He's sticking
It
up
was
for the coach. Yeah, I think he's sticking up for the coach. But I agree with that somewhat too. Execution, because you do got to execute, and there was plays of players.
Yeah, buddy.
Were,
Give me some
didn't
Marvin
execute.
Wilson. I loved him at FSU too.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see, man. I mean, listen, I think it's the second season. I don't think he's on the hot seat, but we'll see how he performs.
Yeah, Tommy can't run out of his corona. We can't have that.
No, can't run.
You know, I love Marvin Wilson, Pierre. He was a big draft crush of mine too 2 years ago. Last year he spent the year on the practice squad and on and off the roster really, because he did get called up a few times in Cleveland. And now he's chilling at, working out in Buffalo this weekend. I'd love to see him. DJ Dell is in house. We, as an undrafted free agent, we signed Poona Ford. Like, we got some young, big D tackles that are in the wings, which I like.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, what else you guys got?
Yeah, they got better each year. So if Dorsey doesn't improve this year, then he'll be on the hot seat. Yeah, if you think about it, Brian Daboll did get better almost every year as our head coach too.
Brian Daboll did. Like, yeah, I hated Brian. When we first signed Brian Daboll, this before Mike even knew me. Like, I was a madman on Twitter. I was like hating Brian Daboll. I lost so many people, Mikey, on that Daboll thing. And then I would say each season he didn't grow on me, but I tell you how it is, man. I'll eat crow if somebody, does better the next season. I felt like Brian Daboll, through the years, he did improve as far as being an offensive play caller. So I can't knock him for that. But like I said, there is some things where he still didn't run the ball effectively, right? And we're still having that problem today. So that's kind of his issue as well.
But it wasn't, because they ran the ball just fine in New York or New Jersey.
No, I know that. You're right, but I'm just throwing that out there. He didn't figure it out here. He is the OC.
That could go back to the front office, not drafting the right guy.
But I'm saying, my point is, going back is right. We all say the same thing about it's the same problem. So how can we pinpoint one guy? But I will say this: between him and Dorsey, he wasn't as vanilla as Dorsey was, right? He was a little he
had more with the bags of tricks. He had more tricks.
Right. He had a little bit more bags of tricks.
Did you see one last year?
No. But I will say this though, to Dorsey's, I think he was playing it safe. Being a rookie, he didn't want to overdo it. Because think about this. Let's say Dorsey came out last year and he was throwing bags of tricks all over, right? And they weren't working. And it was bad. We would be yelling at him for doing a 3rd and 1 flea flicker. You get what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that when all we needed was 1 yard? You get what I'm saying? Because I remember there was times Brian Daboll would do something like that, and we were angry when it didn't work out. He was the worst OC in the world, right? All we needed was a half yard. Why are you throwing a 50-yard bomb? You know what I'm saying? But if it worked out, great. He's the best guy. I can't believe he called that play. What a great call. But when it doesn't work out, they're the worst ever. So I think Dorsey was just playing it safe, man. I think he didn't want to go that route. And let's see this year, though. He has a weapon now and Dalton Kincaid, right? Maybe their philosophy is going to be different. He has better offensive linemen now. Let's hope. And we'll see how it works, man, right? You got a second year of Cook. We got Harris, right? We got Murray now. So we got a little bit better as far as the short yardage running backs go, right? That could pick up a yard. So maybe Dorsey has a better plan going into year 2 with what he does, offensively.
So to answer Jason's question, so didn't we pick up a kid from the Raiders? He was out of Texas. I do not see. We have on the 12th, which was today, we signed DJ Dell, Richard Garage, Brandon Johnson, Tyrell Shavers, Brian Thompson, and Jalen Wayne, and running back Jordan Mills. All are undrafted UDFAs we signed today. So I don't see any other wide receiver that we signed. But, at the end of the day, Dane Jackson, best do. I want to go back to the question that we had up here from Chewy. In your opinion, what guy was our best offseason signing? We'll start with you, Tommy.
tough one. Best off-season signing. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking. Because man, I love that we brung back like Phillips. I got that man crush on Phillips.
You do.
We didn't have like key. You know what, man? I'm gonna say Puna Ford. Ford. I thought Puna Ford was something that we needed. We were screaming for. We didn't get it in the draft. It was a guy that I didn't think we could afford, to be honest with you. And we wound up getting him on a very, very cheap deal. And he's a young guy that has a lot of talent. And it's something that we desperately needed, in my opinion. And we filled that. The other guys, listen, like I said, I love Jordan Phillips. But, man, Puna Ford has a lot, he's just saying he's younger. He's a guy that we could potentially extend. Like, I don't know if Phillips is getting extended after this season. You know what I mean? Like, Phillips is getting up there in age. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Puna Ford because, listen, I like McGovern. I'm glad they got him. But is he the answer there for long term? Probably not. I'm just throwing that out there.
I love the Taylor Rapp 1.77 signing.
I do like Rapp. You're right. Rapp's good too.
Yep.
But go ahead, Mikey. That's what mine's Puna. Go ahead.
Jordan Poyer. We re-signed Jordan Poyer.
Damn you. You're right. Son of a bitch.
He's our captain, Jordan Poyer.
How did I miss Poyer?
Who we thought for sure was gone. Who we thought for sure was out the door.
We had to get different guys. That's fine. I'm glad. Thank you.
I know, but that would have been your guy if you would have remembered.
I don't know how I forgot about the guy that I said he's gone. You know why? Maybe I forgot because I kept saying he's gone.
There's no way.
There's no way in hell.
Jordan Poyer I think Jordan Poyer was my absolute favorite. We're bringing back that. We're bringing him back to team up with Micah Hyde. I love the Taylor Rapp signing as well. Not only does it give insurance behind Micah Hyde, because we don't know what Micah is after his neck injury last year, but we can now be a little bit more, flexible too, and maybe run some 3 safety sets. Because I guarantee you, Taylor Rapp didn't take a $1.77 million contract to back up those 2 guys. We have some sort of agreement with him that he's going to see the field.
Yeah. I do want to bring something up real quick, and we won't stay on this subject long, but I have to say it, Mike. Okay?
Go ahead.
Matt Ariza. Y'all know what came out this week, right? So I did a video on it. I mean, there's a million videos now on it. She lied. And I feel bad for the kid. And I'm going to say, listen, Buffalo Bills did nothing wrong by releasing him. It was the right thing for the team. It was the right thing for Matt Ariza because Matt Ariza needed to figure that out, right? That's a big deal. He did. His lawyer did. And I feel like a lot of people owe Matt Ariza an apology. Me and Mikey never, not once, said that we felt he was guilty. We didn't say he was not guilty. We just said let it come out. Let's see what happens. But we both agreed that the Bills needed to move on at that point because it was too much of a distraction for this team, right? We were on a Super Bowl run, right? That's what we were trying to do last year. We couldn't have that distraction. But listen, Matt Ariza needs another opportunity in the NFL. He deserves it. He got his life taken away from him. I feel really, really bad for the kid. So I'm just throwing that out there. I hope he gets an opportunity. I think he will. And I don't know. What's your thoughts on that, real quick, Mike? I know we're not going to.
I don't have a ton of thoughts on it. He's not part of the Bills anymore. It's a sad situation. The kid had a bright future in the league. Yeah. Whatever happened that night, I wasn't there. I don't know. I know what the DA decided not to press charges. There's still a civil case going. Yeah. I wish both parties the absolute best. I hope they come to a resolution. Yeah. And I hope the kid, if it's really true that he didn't have any part in this, I really hope that he gets another chance in the league.
Yeah.
But that's about all I got to say on that.
I got you. Well, just a heads up. And the reason why I am so emphatic that there's video evidence, Mikey. Just throwing that out there.
I know. I've read the report. I know. I know.
Right, so, I'm just going to throw that out there that an NFL team does. And here's the problem, though, Mikey, real quick, and we'll get off it. The problem is he's a punter, and it sucks that we're saying it because I think he's If he's a quarterback or a running back, or receiver, a better position, skill position, he'd be back in the NFL. You know, we probably wouldn't even be talking right now. He'd be on a roster right now, or at least trying out, right, in camp somewhere.
Well,
he
won the roster. You
no,
know, he won
I'm
the
saying,
job
but
last
because
year.
he's a punter, though, I'm just
Yeah.
saying, like, if it's not really. So I just hope a team looks past that, gives them an opportunity.
Mhm.
That's all I got to say on that. And
Yep.
and never, you know, we did this with Ed Oliver too a while back. So don't ever jump the gun. Let's
let it play out.
Let it play out sometimes.
You could talk about what was reported, because we did talk about what was reported. What was reported was heinous, and if it was, and we both said
exactly.
on the thing,
That was,
if
right.
this is true, lock the dude up and throw away the key. If it's not,
Right.
you know, I feel bad for the kid because it's going to impact his career. And really, I don't even feel so bad for, you know, I mean, I do feel bad for the kid, but I think he should, you know, turn around and sue that lawyer who went after him. Not even the the girl.
Right.
Because the lawyer went on Twitter and was just like,
oh yeah, just attacked him on all different.
You know,
yeah. Yep. So
he's got a case there.
He has a case. I wish him the best, man, because I really do. You know, he won't be back on the Bills. I can promise you that. But I hope he winds up on a team. That's all I got to say.
Yep.
May not be this year, guys, but maybe next year. Maybe the following season.
Smart. Best idea is countersuing. Smart of him.
You need to. You got to.
See, and yes, Scott. As you're in the justice system, you're guilty. You know, in justice system, you're innocent until proven guilty. In the public eye, you're guilty until proven innocent.
100%.
That's the way it is nowadays. And if anybody came here and listened to Tommy and I, we're like, listen, let the legal part play out. Especially in California, and Tommy, we talked about this a lot. Stuff like this happens so much in California. Yeah. And you have to let it play out because things come out all the time after the fact.
Right.
Everyone's so quick to crucify.
Just covering the Bills as long as we have, I can already tell you that I've gone through now 3 different separate cases. So we did the Ed Oliver. I did the the Shady McCoy. The Shady McCoy incident, the Ed Oliver, Von Miller.
Yep.
Some of you guys kind of forgot about Von Miller last year. That
right after he signed.
Yep. Right. Y'all remember that. So I'm just throwing that out there. Sometimes you got to wait till everything plays out before you make a judgment, because and it's tough though, like you said, Mikey, because if it's such a like some things that people are accused of are very serious, and people tend to get their emotions involved, right? And it's like, it looks so bad, it sounds so bad, and it's not always true, and that's the sad part. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's all I got to say on that one. All right. So, Mike, anything else?
Nope. I wish the kid the best. I hope his career gets going. I hope he gets this past him quickly. I hope the girl gets the help that she needs. Yeah. Something that could have happened to her tonight. May not have been Ariza, but something happened to her that night, and I wish her the best.
Who knows? Yep. All right. Anything else for tonight?
I don't have anything. I'm really excited about some of our off-season stuff that we're looking to do moving forward. Pretty soon we'll go back to having.
Yes, I forgot. Thank you, Mikey. The top 10 thing that we're doing.
Yeah.
Totally forgot about that. Okay, so are you guys all still with us real quick? Yeah. I think you guys are. So listen. So you know how last offseason, me and Mikey, we did a top 100 Buffalo Bills. We did it for the offseason. It kind of killed a lot of that dead space in the offseason where nothing's really going on until camp really starts picking up. So we did the top 100. And it was great. Me and Mike had a blast, a lot of work, but it was fun, and you guys had a good time. So this year, we're going to try, and we'll see how it happens. Don't kill us if it's bad. We're going to do a top 10 of each show. So Monday night might be we'll start with like top 10 Buffalo Bills drafts ever. Top 10 rivalries, right? Top 10 Bills quarterbacks of all time. Top 10 running. So just to kind of kill the times and something
top 10 coaches, top 10 GMs.
Exactly. So, and not only that, we're going to have like guests on, like John Fina, by the way. I don't know if I told you, Mikey, been talking to him. John Fina is going to join us one of these shows to do that with us. I might have Stevie Johnson on as well. So just a different perspective from athletes who play for the Bills. It'd be interesting to hear what their thoughts were on Sunday. So, guys, look for that, and that will be on Mondays, by the way.
Yeah,
so
we're bringing Mondays back.
Yeah, so we'll be back at Mondays at 9 o'clock. It'll be at 9. And then obviously when the season starts, we're still going to stay on Monday, and we're going to be after Monday Night Football. So, but that's later. We'll tell you about that. So, anyways, guys, stick with us this off season. We have a lot in store. I'll let you know when that Monday show is happening. It might be another 2 weeks before we get that going because it does take a little work to put everything together. And Mikey's been crazy with work, so
yeah,
and I need Mikey's help with that. So look for that in the next couple weeks, guys. So other than that, I'm done. Mikey, anything else?
Yep, nope, that's it. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Thank you all for riding with us tonight, and go Bills.
Go Bills, man. Bills Mafia, love you, man. Peace out.